finest part. Oh, yeah, we got some snow. Well, it snowed Friday night. It was a wet, sleet kind of snow. It was good. I want to say this before I start talking about the ride. This is for Jason. I talked to Alan, and he has an ST5. He has the same shock that you have. And I believe you said you put 60 pounds. Alan says he puts 70 pounds in his. And he's a tall, fit, big boy. He's a big guy. He's not fat. He's just big. He's built like a brick house. I mean, he's a big guy. Nice guy. Wonderful guy. He's... Anything you want to know about a Stromer, man, Alan is the man. And so is Dave and Marlon at E-Bikes Holmes County. Them guys, I'm so glad I got my Stromer there, because them guys almost know the ins and outs of the Stromer. But he said if you want to he put 70 pounds in, you could put 70 pounds in your ST7 and you should be all right. So I just wanted to give that out to Jason, so I just figured I put that out to you. I know Stromer has the winter tires. The new used Stromer that I'm getting is got Big Ben, Swabby Big Bens. They're not the brown ones. They are the black ones that have the reflective around the tire. And the only reason why I was thinking about changing them tires was because, winter's about to be done. And I was more concerned about the puncture resistant. And I talked to Alan, and I said the only reason why I was thinking about changing them tires out was because of the puncture resistant. And he said, yeah, they're the same. They got just as good as puncture resistant. It's just a different tread. And so I was like, well, you know what? I don't want to get rid of some good, because they're brand new tires. So I'm just going to wear them tires out. And we'll see. Maybe we're supposed to get another snow, maybe not next week, but the week after. So if it snows like this again, I'm going to take the new used Stromer out, and we'll see. Because that bike will have snow mode, and I was in snow mode riding home. I wasn't going very fast, but I made it home. It took me about 4 minutes longer, but I was enjoying myself. It was a nice, quiet ride, even with some traffic going by. So I'll be honest with you, and sometimes it was a little nerve-wracked, but I still was enjoying myself. So I just wanted to give you that, Jason, that you could put more air in it. You could put 70 in. You could even put... I just put 70 in. See how that feels. And if it feels still a little too squishy for you, maybe put 75 in. See what the max is. But Alan says he's got 70 on his. And he's got the same kind of forks as you got. And so, it's a preference. So if you want to put a little bit more air in them, put a little bit more air in them and see what happens. I mean, it's up to your discretion, but I would go 70 and see if that feels better, or even 65. See if that feels better, and keep doing it, because you're a lot taller than me, but your weight's about the same as mine. So yeah, I don't see any problem with it. But other than that, had a great ride. And had people that were looking at me. I wonder why. But it was a good ride. I enjoyed myself. At times I was like, I couldn't understand why cars weren't passing me. And, now that I think about it, I think they were just like, I'm going to follow him. I don't know why. You know how some people do that? Even in a car, they'll follow you. And then you get people like that are doing like 35, 40 miles an hour. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think I'd be doing 34, 35 miles an hour in this. But I think a lot of people didn't realize, because, when you're riding, you can feel that snow hit your face. And I could feel it like stick. I could feel it not just hit my face. I could feel it stick. It was like sticking on my cheeks, and I'm like, oh, this is a wet, like sleet snow. It isn't changing. It's starting to change over, but it's not quite there yet. And so that's why I was going as slow as I was going, because I'm like, yeah, this snow isn't changing over quite yet. But most of the people out and about were being cautious. They were driving reasonable and common sense, so I have no complaints. Only complaint I would say is like, I can't see. I can't see. Like, by the time I got to the fire station, and you'll see the camera starting to, you know, get snow on it and starting to block up. That's kind of what was happening to my goggles. Now, when I turned, I did have one red light, and I was able to get the snow off my goggles, and I was able to see. So it was a good ride, and I always appreciate that the Stromer does what it says it's going to do. And I love it, and I love the fact that I got the Unit 1 helmet. I like that it's bright and people can see me, especially like a night tonight. On that night, oh, I'm really glad that they could see me. It's a great helmet, guys, and they got great customer support. And I would just say, if you're thinking of a good helmet, they're a good helmet. So there you go. Another thing I want to talk about is there's a rumor going around. You might hear it off of like Bike Radar or maybe even E-Track or something like that. But I'm not going to tell you the brand. I'll wait for them to tell you the brand if it's true. It's a good source, but you know what? They could turn it around, and so I don't think it's fair for me to call them out by name because I don't want to hurt their business. Maybe they can turn it around, and I don't think it's fair. It's not Stromer, it's not Specialized, and it's not any major brand. I mean, it is a brand that's blew up, but it's not any of them. And another thing I want to disclose, not all e-bikes are made in China completely. My bike the frame is made in Taiwan. The motor is made in Taiwan. The company that makes that motor is in Taiwan. The derailleur is made in Taiwan. It's microshipped. It's not Chinese. So I like the fact that a company or a country that's been making bikes for over 40 years, and we're making bikes for like Swin, Giant, Specialized. They've been making these bikes, and there's a documentary. I'll have to share it. Maybe I'll share it on the next video. And people in Taiwan have taken it so serious and with pride that they say that their precision and they're being proud of making a really good bike. They take it to just like we take it. Like, we made that and it's going to last. So, no, not all e-bikes are made in China. But this brand, I really believe their frames and about everything on it is made in China. Does it make it a bad e-bike? No, I'm not crapping on China. I don't like China as a country, but the people, you know what? It is what it is. And the people there, they're just human beings just like you and me, 20 years ago, we a lot of us had our stereotypes and we would believe in them. And with social media, we have grown. And that's Europeans and Americans and everybody. When you have the freedom to actually react to people and actually see what's going on. Yeah, you don't get the same feeling as living there, but at least people have lived there and come back and say, let me show you what it's really like. They can give you a little flavor of it instead of like you get somebody's like, oh, I'll tell you what it's really like. It's crappy. And then they're just telling you off of their experience and they're not giving you any evidence. So I'm not going to tell you the bike brand, but what I'll tell you this is don't worry, because it's a budget e-bike. A lot of other e-bike brands have made the same frame, got the same motor, buffet motor, pretty much same controller, same display. And I think that I would just rock it if you love it. And if anything goes wrong with it, I would just try to see if you can take other parts off of other bikes, being safe, and just put them parts on, because I think that would be awesome to rock a bike that's no longer being made. All right. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye. We're almost home. I can't really see. It sucks. Bike's doing good though.